Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Everbank Field here in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. This is Derrick Henry. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. And a long way to go for the offense here on 2nd down.
Let's go!
They'll try the air now with Watson. And that is incomplete here.
Used to have a coach used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Fielded at the 20. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. A gain of 6 there on 1st. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
Now Mahomes on the bootleg. Rolling to his left. A throw left side complete to his receiver Westbrook. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Here's a give to Fournette. Open space inside the 10. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Jags have taken the early lead. The first half update now from Philadelphia. And the Eagles out in front early. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now it's Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
A first down carry for Henry. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Watson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Thomas. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. From the gun, here's Watson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it second down. To the air yet again, Watson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. On first down, it's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Again, it's Watson. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Watson looks to throw again. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A sensational one-handed grab in the end zone for the score. Looked like you at the Davis Turkey Bowl every year in the backyard in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, you're so kind. That's definitely in my mind. But how about this? They always tell guys going after the ball, the receivers especially, you got to have a single-minded obsession to go get it. How about going up with a single hand and making that happen? I don't know if it gets much better than what we just saw there.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one?
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now it's the backup, Tannehill. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Fournette, a first down carry. They find some open field here, and he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice gain.
And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. Running left, it's Fournette. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. A handoff to Fournette. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette, and he's going to be run over. Hit hard as he'll be marked down. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Let's go!
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
All right, here we go. No. Check. Patriot.
Here's Fournette. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Here's Myers now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. From the 50, it's Watson. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. Now a first down throw, Watson. And caught, right side, Green. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. To throw on second is Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Watson on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. And he comes back with one complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the red zone now, Watson. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time. And you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And he'll get them a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that they have to pump the ball. They've done so with that first run.
Again, it's Fournette. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And an update from the Circle City up in Indianapolis. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
No. Check. Patriot. Here we go.
Fournette on the counter. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Now let's go.
Mahomes will try again on second down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack, although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that. And the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. A long way to go for the offense here on third down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
He dumps it off for Henry. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off?
He's
got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Here's Watson now on second down. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 5. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. On the right side, caught by Green. And that's a big collision. He's knocked backward as they will mark him down near the 42.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping them from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A big play that time on the catch and run. 31 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. On 1st and 10, Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Michael Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. Here's Corey Grant now to return. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Here we go now.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Patriot, Detroit, let's go. Check, Patriot, Blue 90.
Now Leonard Fournette. And some room to roam now. Room to run past midfield. Oh, shifty. Whoa. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 43 yards. A check of the scoreboard there in the 3rd in Baltimore. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Green.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12.
Hurry up, here we go.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And Myers able to knock it through. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or 2 shorter than an extra point. So no problems converting there.
Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's 3rd down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Here we go.
Watson to throw on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
They'll run with Fournette. And he's got some space here. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Jacksonville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Hurry up, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. Taking it in from the 20. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Myers now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Here's Watson. Flushed out, and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Dante Fowler, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, Watson. And he's going to go down again. DeJuan Smoot in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
3rd and long. It's Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 35. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving.
It's caught inside the 25. A big-time play there for the Texans. 46 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interception?
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Dante Fowler in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. So the D-line's going to spread out. On 2nd down, here's Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Flush to his right. He's good, and I think the ball's out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Here we go. Ohio. Ohio. Check. 4 down. 4 down. Flex round.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. To throw is Watson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Watson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So it'll be 1st down here after the run. Now Fournette. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Second down following the run. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. Throw left side complete. That's Lee. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And they're definitely showing blitz here. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. That is caught. Westbrook's got it. Touchdown, Jaguars. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Elsewhere, 4th quarter score now for Baltimore. And tack on some more points for the Steelers, extending their lead. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. On 2nd and 10, Watson going deep for Hopkins. And that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there for Houston. 53 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this.
Come on, let's go. Let's round.
And he motions the wide receiver. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This is caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 2-yard line. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. Watson looks to throw again. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Dante Fowler in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. To throw on second is Watson. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Dante Fowler in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? Out of the gun, Watson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Dewan Smoot in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. They begin with a run by Fournette, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy. Right coming in the field. Watch out. Here we go now.
Mahomes going to throw it here. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do.
And he's going to go down for a 4th time today, and this time the result is a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Ooh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Oh, you just one last drive here for Pride.
Let's run.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Here's Watson to throw on second down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Thomas, the intended target, and that'll make it third down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And that will be incomplete. As time